Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this session, we will look into puzzles, floor and box arrangement for SBI PO Prelims Exam. Okay, right. And before we move further, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Time for Bank Exams, and do not forget to hit the bell icon for all the notifications of the videos that we upload in our channel. Right, and we have a note, questions marked with double asterisk mark are models that appeared in various bank exams in recent years. Right, so this is a previously given bank exam question. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, so this is a previously given bank exam question. So it says 9 persons L through T are living in a 9-storied building, but not necessarily in the same order. The ground floor is considered floor 1 and the floor immediately above ground floor is considered floor 2 and so on. So basically he is asking us to fix the floor numbers first. So ground floor will always be at the bottom, so that will be 1. Then floor immediately above ground floor is floor number 2 and so on. So you give the numbers in the increasing order from bottom to top. So that will be the floors. And then based on the data, we have to fix the persons. Okay, right. So let's take the floors first. So we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So these are our floors. And then based on that, we have our persons to be arranged on those floors. Okay. Now, the following information is known about them. S lives 4 floors above the floor on which O lives. So, S is 4 floors above is like 4th floor above, means you should leave a gap of 3 floors above. Okay. Right, and then he says neither O nor P lives on a floor that is a prime number. Okay, so neither O nor P lives on a floor that is a prime number. That means you can rule out O and P in floor number 7 because that's a prime number. Then O and P in floor number 5, O and P in floor number 3 as well as O and P in floor number 2. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7. These are the 4 prime numbers you have among the 9 floors. Correct? So neither O nor P lives on a floor which is a prime number. But the earlier condition was S lives 4 floors above the floor on which O lives. Correct? So S is 4 floors above the floor on which O lives. So like this. We'll look into that. Then Q lives on a floor number 3. And then he says only 2 persons live between the floors on which N and T live. Okay, so Q lives on floor number 3. Okay, and only 2 persons live between the floors of N and T. Okay, so now I think we can fix S and O first because we know where O will not come. So accordingly, we can fix the persons. Now O can be ruled out on the 9th floor. O can be ruled out on the 8th floor because minimum I need 4 floors above O, correct, to accommodate that condition. So now you can I have O on the 6th? Because if I have O on the 6th, then there are only 3 floors above. So O is ruled out here also. Then what are the possibilities now? Either it is on the 4th floor or it is on the 1st floor. So you take 2 cases. Straight away we get 2 cases. So now you can fix O on the 4th floor such that above 3 floors and then S will be on the 8th floor, or you can have O on the 1st floor above 3 floors and then you can have S on the 5th floor. These are the 2 cases. Correct? Now we have 2 persons between N and T because we don't know whether N is above T or below T. So that is how I represent the condition like that. Okay, so there are some cases. See, 2 persons means 8 and 7 floors, you can have 9 and 6. correct? Then 2 persons, you can have 3 and 4, you can have 5 and 2. So, there are some cases. On that side also, in the other possibility, you will get some cases. We will come back to that. Now, what he says, neither N nor T lives adjacent to the floor on which Q lives. Okay. Neither N nor T is adjacent to Q. Now, Q is here. Neither N nor T is adjacent. One other adjacent anyway is O. Now, here both adjacents are available. You can rule out N and T. Now, let us see where these N and T can be arranged. Now, can I have N and T on the first floor? Not possible, because leaving 2 floors, O is already there. Second is ruled out. Now, if I take 5th floor as N or T, leaving 2 gap, S is already there. So, you cannot have N or T on the 5th as well. So, this is how you need to understand the process of elimination. Now, what is the only possibility? 8 and 7 are going to be those 2 floors between, and you can have N or T on the 9th, T or N on the 6th. That's the only possibility. Now, in a similar manner, now it is 2nd and 4th are not possible. So, here also you get the same floors, 9th and 6th, such that 2 persons are there between N and T. Correct? Okay. Then further, what he says, R lives on a floor that is immediately above the floor on which M lives. Okay, R lives immediately above M, because he himself is saying immediately above. Okay, so we have R immediately above M. That's the condition. Now, where is the possibility? The only possibility in this first scenario is 2 and 1, because in the others you don't have. See, especially 7, 6 and 5, not possible, because 6 is already T or N. So, it has to be 2 and 1. So, R is immediately above M. Okay. Now, what is the possibility here? Here the possibility is 8 and 7, because those are the 2 floors immediate. So, we have R and M immediately above M. No other position is available. Correct? Then further, what he says, P lives exactly between the floors on which T and L live. Now, how do you understand the word exactly between? See, always learn to recognize the information using positions, then you will never forget it. So, let's understand what is meant by exactly between. So, when you have exactly between, you must always ensure odd number of persons between. Between whom? Between the persons given in the condition. Who is the persons here? T and L. So, in this case, I need to compulsorily have odd number of persons between T and L, then only exactly between can happen. I'll explain why. So, ensure odd number of persons between. Now, see, if I have 2 persons between, can I choose which is exactly between? No. If I have 4 persons between, can I choose exactly between? No. So, they are even numbers, not possible. Now, see, if I have 3 persons between, can I choose exactly between? Yes. So, any odd number you pick, exactly between will be available. So, whenever we have the word exactly between, this is what you need to always remember. Ensure odd number of persons between. Understood the point? Okay. So, remember it like this. Okay. Now, what he says here, P is exactly between T and L. Okay. Now, check this. Now, if P has to be exactly between T and L, I need to first fix a T. Okay. Now, suppose see, if I want to fix a T here, now P should be exactly between T and L. See, if I fix a T here, then N will be here. Now, P is exactly between T and L. Is it possible? No, because L is either going to be here or it is going to be here, which is adjacent floors. So, you will never be able to fix P. So, that means a T is not possible here and N is not possible here. Okay. Then, what else? If I suppose exchange T here and N here. Now, P is exactly between T and L. See, L is either going to be here or here. Now, if L is here, there is odd number of floors between, but that is already occupied by S. You cannot have P there. You cannot have P here. But if L is here, look at it, you have 3 floors between. Now, if there are 3 floors between, is it possible to fix? Yes. So, what we can do here is, I am going to fix N and T in that position. Okay, understood the point? So, you always have to ensure that there are odd number of persons between. Then and only then it is going to be possible. Okay. So, now let us see this. So, now I fix T here, then N here. Okay. Now, P is exactly between T and L. So, I will fix L here so that there are 3 floors between, and then you can fix P here. Correct? Now, how about this? Let us check. Now, here if I fix N here, okay, and T here, okay, then what is it that we have? We need odd number of persons between, correct? So, you have 3 floors and then you can fix L here, so that P can be fixed and my condition satisfies. But both are available, but it is not. Why? Look at this. O and P can never occupy a prime numbered floor. See what is happening here? P is occupying a prime numbered floor. So, you can never have P here. So, this is not going to be my arrangement. Whereas, this is now what we have as our arrangement. So, what happens if I exchange? Let us check. Now, I put N there and T here. What happens if I exchange? If I put T here, between T and L, you have 3, 6 even number. Not possible. Correct? Now, T and suppose let us say L here. Then you have 4 floors. So, where P and L are there, I am trying to exchange and see. So, by placing T here, you are only going to get even number of floors between T and L. I need odd number of floors like this, T and L. There are 3 floors between T and L and P is not on a prime number. So, this is what we have as our final arrangement. Understanding the point here? Good. So, now based on this, let us have a look into the questions. Yeah. So, I have taken the arrangement here. Now, let us see the questions. Who lives on the top and bottom floors respectively? So, top and bottom is N and O. Respectively, he said. So, first we fix N and then we have O. If you had O and N, please don't choose that, because the word respectively means in that same order. First top floor and then bottom floor. Okay. So, N comma O. Then, how many floors are there between the floors on which O and T live? Okay. Now, between O and T, how many floors are there in between? There are 4 floors. Correct. So, 4 is given where? It is given as more than 3. You choose 5th option. Yes. Then, who lives on the floor 4? So, floor 4, who is there? P. So, P is given in 3rd option. That's our answer. Then, who lives immediately above the floor on which L lives? Immediately above L. So, immediately above L, who is there? Q. And that is there in 1st option. Right? Then, on which floor does M live? So, M lives on which floor? 7th floor. And that is there in choice 5 is our answer. Okay. Right. So, those are the questions you have as floor arrangement. And the next is again a previously given bank exam question. Now, he says 11 boxes P to Z are placed one above the other, not necessarily in the same order. See, he says placed one above the other. Sometimes he will say stacked one above the other, arranged one above the other. The meaning is the same. So, when he says like that, where are you going to place the first box? Can I place it in the air? Not possible. So, where are you going to place it? At the ground only. So, just like you fix the floor numbers, similarly, you have to fix the box numbers. He says 11 boxes, you fix box numbers. First box is at the bottom, the second box is immediately above the first box, third box is immediately above the second box, and so on, because that is, he says, one above the other. Wherever you place the first box, above the other you place them. So just like you fix the floor numbers, we fix the box numbers, and then based on the information we can fix the boxes, right? So let's take that first. So now first we fix box numbers 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can fix boxes. Just like you fix persons, we fix boxes. So both floor and box arrangement are very similar arrangement. From bottom to top, you arrange the numbers in the increasing order. Correct? Yeah. Now let's see. The following information is known about them. Now condition 1. Box T is placed 4 boxes above box V. Box V is not placed at the bottom. Okay. So T is 4 boxes above, means you leave a gap of 3 boxes above V, and V is not placed at the bottom. So you cannot have V in the first position. So we have T 4 boxes above V, like that. We'll come back to that. Because now if you start fixing, see, you can have V in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. These are the positions you get. From 2 to 7 you can fix V. Those are some possibilities. We'll see, can we reduce those possibilities further. Now next, look at this second condition. Box X is placed 3 boxes above T, which, now normally when you have and or but, we always refer to the first. Now in case of persons, he will use the word who. If who is given, it refers to the person just before. Other than persons, if any other parameter is given, then he will use the word which. Who or which, it doesn't matter. It refers to the parameter just before it. Which is placed below S means T should be placed below S. Understanding the point here? That is how you have to interpret this. So we have X 3 boxes above T. Okay. So 3 boxes above T, you have X, which is placed below S. Correct? That is the condition. Means T has to be placed below S. Now below need not be just below. So T has to be placed below S, like this. We'll come back to that. But I think now based on this, I can fix my arrangement, because now the possibilities gets reduced, because now see, minimum boxes above V are how many? 3 plus 1 4 plus 2 6 plus 1 7. So above V you need 7. So now placing V in the second, you have 3 boxes then T and 2 boxes then X. This is possibility 1. Correct? Now what is possibility number 2? You place V in the third, 3 boxes T, 2 boxes X. Now what is possibility number 3? You place V in the fourth, 3 boxes T, 2 boxes X. So these are the 3 cases. Understood the point? Now we have T placed below S. Now you can have S in any of the positions available above T. We'll come back to that. Okay. Then next, condition number 3. Boxes R and Y are placed adjacent to each other, but neither of them is placed adjacent to either T or V. So R and Y are adjacent to each other, and neither of them, means not R, not Y, is adjacent to either T or V. Okay. R and Y are adjacent. So this is how we can recognize it. So R or Y, Y or R, they should be adjacent to each other. But neither of them should be placed adjacent to either T or V. So wherever T is and V is, you remove R and V. So like this, here I can rule out R, V adjacent to T, sorry, R and Y. Okay. Likewise, I can rule out R and Y adjacent to V also. Correct? That was the condition. Neither of them is placed adjacent to either T or V. Either T or V. Now then, where is the possibility of R and Y? It is not possible in the 4th, not possible in the 8th. The only possibility is 11 and 10. So you can have R or Y, Y or R. Correct? In a similar manner, I can rule out R and Y adjacent to T, R and Y adjacent to V. Now, do I have any two positions that are adjacent to each other where I can place R and Y? Is it possible in the 11th? No. Is it possible in the 9th? No, because 8 is ruled out. Is it possible in the 5th? No. 6th and 4th are ruled out. Is it possible in the 1st? No. 2nd is ruled out. So that means there are no positions available for me to fix R and Y. So you rule it out. Correct? In the same way, I can now again rule out R and Y adjacent to T. Similarly, I can rule out R and Y adjacent to V. Now, is there any position available? 10 is not there, 6 is not there, but 2 and 1 are there. So, I can have R or Y, Y or R. So, two possibilities are still available for me. Okay. Further, what else we have? Condition 4. The number of boxes placed between R and T is the same as the number of boxes placed between V and P. So, between R and T should be same as between V and P. Okay. So, the number between R and T should be same as V and P. Okay, let's check. Now, if I place R in the 11th. Now, R is here, T is here. So, in between you have 4 boxes. Now, P and V also I need 4 boxes. So, V is here, below anyways is not there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you can have P in the 7th. Now, what happens if I place R in the 10th? Now, between R and T you have 3. That means between P and V also you need 3. Now, leaving 3 boxes, you cannot have P. So, that means R will be fixed in the 11th, Y will be fixed in the 10th. So, that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes between R and T. So, that now I can have 4 boxes between P and V. So, P can be given in the 7th, so that you have 4 boxes. Clear? Now, in the same way, let's fix R here. Now, if I have R in the first position, now between R and T you have 3 plus 3, 6. That means between P and V also 6. So, V is here, above only I will check 3 and 3, it is not possible. So, that means I can have R here and Y here, because R cannot be in the first. I will not be able to satisfy because T is already there. Correct? So, now between R and T how many are there? 3 plus 2, 5 boxes between R and T. That means between P and V also 5 boxes. So, above only I should check 3 and 2. Now, you can have P in the 10th position. That's how we can fix R and Y as well as P also. Understood the point? Correct? Right. Then next, condition 5 that says box U is placed 2 boxes away from S. Now, see, earlier and all he said 4 boxes above. Here also he said 3 boxes above. But now what he is saying? 2 boxes away. So, when he says away, it could be above or it could also be below. That is how you have to analyze this. So, U is 2 boxes away from S. So, U is 2 boxes away from S means in between you have a gap of 1 box. So, this is how you have to understand that condition. Always learn to recognize the condition using positions. Then immediately you can start visualizing it. When you are practicing, put everything on the paper. Because in order for you to visualize, you need to have seen it. So, when you are practicing, put everything on the paper, then you can start visualizing and recollecting how the positions will look like. Got it? So, U is 2 boxes away from S. What further he says? Neither box W nor box Z is placed adjacent to U. So, neither W nor Z is adjacent to U. Okay, let's check that. So, first, so we need to first fix U and S. So, where is the possibility of fixing U and S? Now, is it possible for fixing U or S in the 8th one? Not possible. because leaving a gap of one box either above or below, you already have positions fixed. So that means now 5 and 3 are the possibilities, correct? So you can have U or S here in the 5th, S or U in the 3rd. That is the only possibility, okay? Or you can also have U or S, S or U in the 1st also, okay? So there are 2 cases in this, so let us not fix that. Okay, so it is 5, 3 and 1. These are the possibilities for U and S. But the last line also says that neither W nor Z is adjacent to U. Okay. Neither W nor Z is adjacent to U. Okay. So we don't have W or Z also. So that is why we need to look into it. Right. So now let us see in the other case, you can either have 9 and 7, or you can also have 7 and 5, or you can also have 5 and 3, correct? So these are the possible cases that you are getting for this, okay. But before that, we also had to fix this, no? See, this particular information is not yet fixed. We had a condition T should be below S, correct? Now, if you look at this case, we have already removed S here. Because T is in the 6th position, S has to come above. That is where you need to understand that there is a connection like this. So that is why whenever you have any condition which you are unable to place it, put it on the paper so that you don't have to go back to the conditions again. You can now make a connection that, okay, S is there. Once I fix S, I can fix U. So now in this case, you can never have S in position number 8. Because I need one box between S and U, which is not possible. So that is why this arrangement is also ruled out, not valid anymore. Are you understanding that? Okay. Now what about this? Yeah, you can definitely have S here because S has to be above T. So S can be fixed there. Then the only possibility is you fix U here, S and U, correct? Now once I have U there, this is my final condition that says neither W nor Z is adjacent. So neither W nor Z. That means now these are the 2 positions you have. So this is W or Z, Z or W, correct? And who's the remaining? Who are the persons? Let us check. P to Z, no? Right. So we have P, Q is missing. So Q will be here. So this will be my final arrangement. So again I am saying by the time you come to the last line, your arrangement will be ready. You don't have to go back to the paragraph or conditions again. Learn to recognize them using positions. You will never get confused. Okay? Right. So this is the arrangement. Now let's have a look into the questions. We will not be able to fix W or Z because I don't have further instructions with regards to that. Okay? Right. Yeah, so we have the information here. Let's see the questions. Which box is placed immediately above box V? Okay, immediately above box V, do we know which box is placed? No. So you should say cannot be determined. So because it is either W or Z, correct? Now suppose see, in the, let's say in the 4th option, instead of box Z, had he given box P. Okay, then also my answer is cannot be determined. You should not say, sir, it is either W or Z. Now Z is not there, only W is there, I will fix W. No, because if you fix the answer as W, can you guarantee that it is W fixed there? No, because the question is ease. Ease is a definite word. You need a definite answer. Even though Z is not there, please don't fix a W as the answer. It is still cannot be determined only. Suppose if the question is, which box can be placed immediately above, then you can choose W. One of those boxes. So be very careful in reading the question, understanding what it means. Understood that? Okay. So the answer is cannot be determined. Okay, great. Next, how many boxes are placed between T and Y? Okay. Now between T and Y, how many are there? These are the boxes between T and Y. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes are there. So choice 4 is our answer. Okay. Then in a certain way, box V is related to R. So he says V related to R. Okay. In the same way as X is related to S. X is related to S. Now in a similar way, P is related to which box? P is related to which box? So this is a very important model. I'll tell you why. This is the most important element that you have to look into. So there will be a element given before related, element given after related. Now in the question, so let us see the answer to this first, then I'll ask you a different variation for this. So it says V related to R. Okay, let's see. V related to R. Can I say V is above R and there is one box between? Right? So this is the first box and let's say this is the second box. So first box is, let's say you have 1, 2. Okay. 2 boxes above. V is 2 boxes above R. Can I say like that? Because it is the second box above. Likewise, X related to S. Check. See again, X is above S and again it is 2 boxes above. Correct? So same relation. Now P related to what? Because look at the question is P is related to which box? So an element is given before related. I need to find an element after related. So P will be the first position. So P is above which box? So my answer is going to be T. Okay. So the answer to this is T. Third option. 2 boxes above. Are you understanding the point here? Okay. Now suppose a question can also be given as, in a certain way V related to R. I'll keep the same, sorry. And in the same way as X related to S. Now in a similar way, okay, I'll write the question here. Which box is related to, okay, which box is related to Q? If I suppose ask this question. Here the question was P is related to which box? You can also get a question like which box is related to Q? So that means now it is question mark related to Q. Okay. So here you should not now look at 2 boxes above. You should now look in the reverse because the second box is already given. He is asking the first box. Then it becomes in the reverse. See, when we take V and R, you now have to do reverse. R is below V. Correct? And here you have S is below X. Now here, which is below Q? The answer should be V. Are you understanding it? You cannot take above. Here you cannot take 2 boxes above, same as here. I hope all of you are understanding this. So this is a very important model. The word related to has to be carefully analyzed because there will be an element given before it, there will be an element given after it, and in the question you need to know whether an element is given before it or after it. Now in this case the element is given before it. So that's why we took above, because the first box are already available, I need the second box. But the question can also be asked which box is related to Q. That means now the second positions are available for us, I need the first. Understanding the point here? Okay. So that is how we look into this. Okay. Right. Next, what can be the position of Z? See, now he says can be. What can be the position of Z, box Z? Okay, let's see. Now Z is either here or here. Okay, so he says 7th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th from the top. Correct. Now let's see the others just for the sake of understanding. 8th from the bottom. Definitely not. It is either 2nd, 3rd from the bottom or 5th from the bottom. So this is not possible. Then fourth from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, fourth from the bottom also is not possible. It is either third or fifth. Correct? Then fifth from the top. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not there. Second from the top. No, it is not there. So this will be my answer. Seventh from the top. Because he says can be, you will not have cannot be determined. Understood the point? So when you don't have that, you can just directly check the first option, mark and move on. Do what is necessary to get the answer. Mark and then move on. Understood that? Okay? Yes. Right. So those were the questions you had in box arrangement. So I hope it is understood. We made some progress here today. Yes? Right. So before we end the session, again, please do join or subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Time for Bank Exams, for all the bank related videos and information. Along with that, you can also have SSCCGLE, insurance, railway and other related exams information as well. And for our other social media handles, for Telegram, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, these are the links, and the links will be given in the description box as well. Also for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center, and for online courses, you can enroll at t4e.info/bankssc online. Alright, so thank you. Hope it is understood. Okay. And for further queries, do visit our website www.time4education.com or write to us at info@time4education.com. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you.